So, Andrew King, Canadian Musician Magazine, with the privilege of being joined by my new friend Lisa LeBlanc, Elevator Friends, here in Quebec City for the Festival d'été de Québec, Quebec City Summer Festival. Not your first time here, if I'm not mistaken. How many times have you played the festival in the past?
It's my second time at the festival.
Okay. 2 years ago was the first?
Yeah, we did a show 2 years ago, actually, on the same stage that we're doing tonight, and which was a very odd lineup, I have to say. So this year is the lineup fits so well. It's just like a great blend of the three acts that are going to play, so it's going to be a good time.
Oh, I can't wait. You're actually headlining the stage, and we were just talking about some of the other bands that have headlined Scène Loto-Quebec in the past. Probably a big crowd. It's definitely a big stage. I'm wondering, sometimes when you perform, it's just you and your guitar. Tonight, do you have a full band joining you? And if so, is it a group of people you often play with on the road?
Yeah, well, I haven't played alone in quite a long time, actually. Okay. I've been playing with two musicians for a while now. Actually, we recorded the album together. We did most of the album, just a three-part, like drums, baritone guitar, and me on banjo and guitar, acoustic guitar. So that's kind of what we're doing tonight. But we got since it's Festival d'été Québec, we got a couple of guests with us, and we got a fiddle player with us and a fellow friend who plays bass who's going to be playing a couple of tunes. So it's, we're kind of mixing up the thing, but we're always like a trio, basically. So yeah.
Okay, very exciting. You mentioned that these were the gentlemen that joined you on the album. Let's talk about the album. I found it very interesting that Louis-Jean Cormier is your producer. I would love to know, first of all, and I've got another question on that, but how did it come to be that the two of you hooked up for the project?
Louis-Jean and I actually didn't really know each other before we did the album. I sent him an email. There's nothing absolutely beautiful or some crazy like first meeting or anything. I just sent him an email and that's it, and sent him in my tunes, and I met him a couple of times, just like between a couple of shows and whatever, but so yeah, I just sent him an email with my tunes saying like, oh look, I'm looking for a producer right now, I'm doing my first album, here's some of my songs, whatever, let me know if you like it, and that's it, and he sent me an email back, and we met up, connected super well, so it was just super natural for us to make the album, and I'm really happy that we ended up collaborating with him.
Oh, fantastic. One of the things I have to ask, and only because I asked Louis-Jean the same question about a year ago. Karkwa won the Polaris Prize a couple of years ago, and at the time there were other francophone acts on there, Galaxy, Malajube, that have been, I think over the last few years especially, doing really well in English Canada. It seems that nowadays, or not even just English Canada, but across the world, but it seems that lately with, the power that the internet's given us, it seems that language isn't so much a barrier in music anymore, and that people are now looking to something that just entertains them, even whether or not they necessarily know what the lyrics are saying. Is that something you found, say, in the last few years? Do you see that your audience is widening, where you've got fans that even if they don't understand French or it's not their first language, that are really connecting with you? It's
actually bizarre, like you said, with internet and everything. There's so many possibilities, right? And we've been to France a couple of times, and it's cool. Like, we released the album over there, but I'm from the Maritimes, from New Brunswick, and so like the whole bilingual thing, we've always been with English musicians, singer-songwriters, but the two have always been kind of divided, It's just really lately that, like, there's Music New Brunswick, there's a couple of things that are really trying to combine the two, and just that way that we know each other, like, we don't necessarily know what's going on the English scene in the Maritimes, which there's so many great acts going on, and anywhere in Canada for that matter. So it's cool that it's kind of like, and next year we're going to try to do a cross-Canada tour, actually, and really do like the whole Canada thing and play in bars and just like kind of just try to see what's going to happen, see like what we've done, a couple of dates out west in Ontario and Whitehorse and whatever, and we had a blast. We had some really great crowds, and it was really surprising, but there's francophones everywhere in Canada, but there was also English people that were just curious to hear what was happening, so I think it's really cool. Yeah.
Absolutely, and that kind of serves as a precursor to anyone out there that maybe isn't familiar with Lisa and her music. Do check it out, and I really don't think that that some French lyrics are going to throw you off, because it's definitely something exciting, something that is both kind of rooted in a traditional sound and yet has a very youthful energy to it. Headlining tonight at Loto-Quebec, which I think says a lot. What else is coming up for you? I mean, the record is a little bit over a year old. It was 2012.
Yeah, it was about a year old. So now basically for the next year we're touring a lot. We're doing a lot of shows here in Quebec. We're going to France. We're doing a couple of things in New Brunswick and the Maritimes. But slowly but surely, I want to do an EP in English. I got like a couple of English tunes that just kind of popped up lately, and so just want to do an EP. And it's gonna be cool because there's gonna be less of a gap between the first album and the second one. It's just kind of like gonna connect the whole thing and do my second album in French, obviously. But I just wanted to kind of like let it out and just like kind of have fun with it and just let the songs live a little. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
Oh, keep an eye. We'll make sure to keep you updated on what's coming. But Lisa LeBlanc, Festival d'été de Québec, thanks so much for taking the time.
Thank you so much, Andrew.